Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well this morning. I wanted to give you a really key listing optimization tip today. All right. Um, the thing is, the words in your title, they really, really matter. Okay. If you want to be on page one for a certain keyword phrase, so this client and I were talking, and this is another thing I want to talk to you guys about. When you're setting up your numbers and your potential for your goals, for your sales goals, look on the page that you want to be on page one for and look at what that keyword phrase is in Amazon search bar. Look and start typing in whatever it is, right? Pillows for the house, whatever it is, right? Start typing it in and see what Amazon's suggestions are. Then put those suggestions, search it a few different ways, put those suggestions into your keyword tools and search and find what the search volume is. Okay, find what the search volume is. You can use Helium 10 for this. I posted a 50% off link yesterday for that. But either way, there's a ton of tools that you can use. There's free keyword tools. Seller App has one of my favorite free keyword tools. You can go to sellerapp.com and go underneath free tools and keyword research. But you're going to put those phrases into your keyword tools and you're going to see which one obviously has more volume. The key in the phrases is that you want it to be medium to long tail. You don't want to go for the phrase water bottle. You want to go for the phrase water bottle for bikers, whatever. You want the medium to long tail phrase that's very relevant for your product. Then you want to pull up those search results and see which page has the most opportunity for you. So with this client, she had some goals for some numbers, and I said, okay, well, what are you basing those numbers on? Those sales goals numbers. Is there potential in the market for that? So we pulled up the page and I couldn't find her listing. And she was making sales, but not a lot of sales. And I'm clicking through and she's on page 4. And I was like, okay. And I look on page 1 for this medium to long tail keyword that we discovered. And we made sure it was the right keyword. We went threw it in some keyword tools, made sure that it was the right keyword, the most searched, the most relevant for her product, right? So pull it up, and sure enough, there's only one other product like hers that is kind of differentiated in this way on the page, and hers is much nicer. So I knew if she could be on page 1, she would convert. So I went and I looked at her listing, and the phrase that we found that we wanted her to be on page 1 for was nowhere in her listing exactly in that format. This is a key mistake a lot of people make. They put individual keywords or little keyword phrases throughout their listing, but they never focus on that one phrase, that one medium to long tail phrase that they want to be on page 1 for. So I just sent her a new title. While we were on the coaching call, I sent her a new title. I said, hey, just change your title. If you do nothing else, just change your title to this. And I gave her, in the title, we did the very first, that phrase before the dash in the title, that was what came up first. She told me she changed the title. She doesn't know it because this was a couple weeks since we had talked, right? She told me she changed the title and she doesn't know if it was the title or what, but she started making $700 a day and then $1,000 a day. And she was like, I went from $200 a day in sales to $1,000, and my rank went from 60,000 to like 14,000. And I was like, did you look at the listing? Because I bet you're on page 1. Pulled it up on page 1 for her new phrase just by changing the title. What happens when you're on page 1? People can see your product. You don't get lost in search. So it's really, really important. A lot of people don't realize, they think they have to do giveaways to get to page 1. In some competitive categories, yeah, you got to do giveaways because you're not going to get going. But sometimes it's as simple as, especially if the rest of the listings on that page do not have that exact phrase in their title, the search engine is going to crawl your listing and they're going to look in your title and they're going to see if that makes you super relevant for that phrase. So I want you guys to focus on what page 1 you want to be on and make sure that that phrase is in your title, because that's going to make all the difference in the world. Here in this case, it 5x'd her sales. I've worked with other clients that we have changed their titles and their listing and made them super relevant for that main keyword phrase that they want to be on page 1 for. And suddenly their PPC that had been running all this time, suddenly they could find their ads on page 1, where previously they couldn't find their ads. So it affects everything that you do. If you want to be on page 1 for a certain keyword phrase, you have to optimize for that keyword phrase. If you aren't sure which keyword phrase you should be going for, you need to learn how to research from that perspective. Use Amazon search bar. Don't just use a keyword tool that might not be the latest and greatest of what people's suggested searches are, what Amazon suggested searches are, which are based on people's actual searches. So make sure you start at the search bar. In our listing optimization masterclass that we do in our mastermind group, you can, if you're part of our mastermind group, you can access our whole listing optimization masterclass. We teach you how to do the photos. We teach you how to look for your main keyword, what it should be. We teach you how to format your title. We give you templates to write your whole listing, everything. That's it, all of that. So you can literally start your own listing optimization agency if you want after that. We're aiming to make you the expert, because this is a core skill. This is a core skill for you to have. If you can write a listing and understand how SEO works, you are going to master e-commerce. Because when you can get found online, people can buy from you. That's so, so, so important, and it really makes the difference. So that's what happens when you know what that main keyword phrase is and you're able to put all of your attention on it. Then you can take up the real estate on the page. You can ensure that you're ranking organically and that the search engine is seeing you as super relevant. That pays off in your PPC and everything that you do. But the one other thing I have to tell you is, once you get on page 1, I need you to make sure that you're going to convert. So I want you to make sure that you're answering the customer's questions in your listing. In your listing photos. I've reviewed so many people's listings. If you want me to review your listing, send it to me. Go to amazingathome.com/listing-review, or underneath the services menu at amazingathome.com, we have free listing review. Send me your listing. I will tell you what I think is wrong with it. And even if you have problems with your PPC or low sales, I'll send you a video, a confidential video that you can watch, and you can use that to improve your listings. Okay. So if you're having issues with your sales, utilize that. I'm happy to do it for you. All right. But really, really focus on where you want to be. Make sure that your photos answer the customer's questions. Your photos should answer the question why they should buy your product and not your competitors, what's included with the product, how big it is, how it works, your risk-free guarantee or your warranty on your product, the quality of it. It should show that. It should show the different ways they can use it in their life. And it should show, if it's giftable, it should show it as a gift, because that is going to help them remember, oh yeah, my grandmother needs one of these, let me buy 2. Okay. So those are the minimum photos I want you to have. I want you to really think about that. I've seen amazing listings written and photos that don't represent that amazing description in the listing. So I really want you guys to focus on writing your listing, then designing your photo layouts. Our listing optimization masterclass shows you all of that step by step. And you can access that for $49 in our mastermind group. But anyway, that's the bottom line. I just wanted to give you this tip today. So to summarize, find what page you want to be on page 1 for, and make sure that your title has that phrase in it first and foremost. When you're changing your titles, it's often tough to change your titles on your listing, okay? When you're changing your titles, I want you to use flat files. How do you use flat files? You go to in Seller Central, inventory, add products via upload. Go to that and download the template, fill in everything. There's on my website, on my blog, I did a thing on flat files where I walk you through how to do it. So check that out, but amazingathome.com/blog, and you'll see I did something on listing optimization using flat files. So you can see kind of a tutorial there. but use a flat file, because then you're not going to have to argue back and forth with seller support to change your title. They will update it for you. Well, it'll automatically be uploaded. So you can upload that, and you want to use partial update for the update category on your flat file if you don't want to overwrite everything. But anyway, we have been going for 10 minutes. I like to keep these things under 15 minutes. So it's a quick tip for today. Change your title, get on page 1. It's not that hard. You can totally do it. It's going to change your sales. It's going to change your PPC. Get it done. Learn listing optimization, you guys. Learn search engine optimization. Is going to change your sales and everything that you do in e-commerce. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you soon. Bye.